Alabama is at the heart of U.S. voting rights as the site of the 1965 Selma to Montgomery March. That march led to the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which we are celebrating its 60th year this year.
The Voting Rights Act is not just a victory for Black Americans. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., it enriches the lives of all Americans.
Before Selma, there was no Voting Rights Act. Black people throughout the South were systematically disenfranchised, and we just did not live in a country that could even purport to be a genuine democracy.
Thanks to the VRA, Black Americans and other people of color obtained the ability to participate in our democracy, to count in elections, and have our voices heard.
And do we agree that he is stopping us? Yes. Is Judge Clark stopping you from presenting yourself to register to vote?
We're here where the Selma foot soldiers walked across the bridge to fight for our right to vote and ultimately the passage of the Voting Rights Act. 60 years, I know my grandparents remember this moment so vividly, and there are still so many foot soldiers and activists who walked across this bridge who are still here today.
We were in the church, and it was a communion Sunday, that bloody Sunday, and we were in the church, and after church, about 100 people left and came down these stairs right here behind me, and they lined up. They were getting ready to go from Selma to Montgomery. There would be people in the pulpit that would be leading us in chants, asking us, "What do you want?" And they would be screaming at us, and we'd scream back, "Freedom!" And then they'd ask, "When do you want it?" And we'd scream back, "Now!"
LDF's role in Selma in 1965 was to protect and advance the rights of Black activists to petition their government by marching from Selma across the Edmund Pettus Bridge to Montgomery, Alabama, demanding voting rights. When they were, of course, attacked on the other side of this bridge in what is now known as Bloody Sunday, we went to work in the courtrooms to ensure that their First Amendment rights were protected and, of course, realized in real time. And then today, we're following that same thread by fighting to preserve Black political power for Alabamians across the state and for Black citizens across the South. LDL's Black Voters on the Rise team, is not just on the ground one day out of the year, right? We do this work to remove obstacles to the ballot on behalf of Black voters year-round.
In 2013, the case of Shelby County v. Holder severely weakened the Voting Rights Act. Since then, forward-looking states have been stepping up to protect Black voters. Our policy team has successfully advocated for state voting rights acts in states such as New York, Connecticut, Minnesota, and Colorado, all within the past 4 years. And we're not stopping there.
From representing and supporting the original Selma foot soldiers who marched in 1965 to protecting access to the ballot box today, LDF is using legal action, community organizing, and policy initiatives to further advance the rights and political power of Black voters.
The fight for our multiracial democracy continues with LDF's works, our partners' work to ensure that Black people have the right to vote and are able to exercise that right freely.
As we celebrate the VRA's 60th anniversary, follow LDF social channels for in-depth conversations with experts and community leaders about why it's more important than ever before to protect our right to vote from the extremists who want to strip us of our freedom.